Hello, everyone, and we are back with another announcement. This took a while, but it's about time that we go over my thoughts on 2023. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good year for me, even though the second half improved it by a lot.
Well, my year was definitely good because of Geometry Dash 2.2 releasing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, as the year started and 2022 came to an end, I was expecting the first days to go well, right? Nope, none of them went well. In fact, the first day involved quite a bit of bad things happening, especially a major drama in the fictional Googology community that caused members to leave the community. Well, temporarily for some of them. It felt like I was stuck on the last month of 2022. Imagine. And on the fourth day, I had to go back to school, and it gets worse. After I was done with my first semester of the year, another major drama happened, and the day after, I got sick. It's like almost all the days that had the potential to be perfect, or close to that, turned out to be bad.
Because of all the dramas, I left Hendo's server, temporarily. Not only that, but on the semi-final day of January, my school had a new policy that you can't even use your phones during lunch. Like, seriously, why can't schools just let you use your phones at lunch?
Then February came, and it also started bad, as I had to start my second semester on the first day. Sadly, after this point, my hope for 2023 being good was already lost. However, March had a special range for the first 10 days of spring. They are all palindromic dates, and the date with 2 2s and 3 3s is the day that I turn into an adult. This would definitely save March, right?
Well, guess what? It didn't. They would have if the first day of school didn't become the worst day of my entire life. We would have drawn about me getting an unchained back in November. We thought those guys cheated, but apparently not. And they caused the worst draw I've ever seen, especially on my server. And don't even get me started on that.
At that point, I realized that Neil was manipulating me to trust him, and we had to ban him and Uncanny permanently. We did give Uncanny another chance in May, but then in August, we realized that didn't work out so well. And what's shocking is that Neil boosted my server back in February before all this happened. At least he's not the only one who boosted my server. Someone named Anders did the same thing back in September.
Man, that drama definitely ruined the 10-day range of March 2023.
Some good things that happened on the palindromic range of March 2023 was that I had an amazing birthday celebration. I was on spring break, and I started to get involved in the EDM ranking community. EDM is short for electronic dance music. Later on, this will mark the beginning of my EDM era, and April would arrive. April wasn't so good of a month either, though. I had some long tests to do, and I was sick on April Fool's. No, I'm not kidding you. I was also sick on that same day in 2022.
Moving on to May, Discord's 8th anniversary, May 13th, was amazing. But, the only issue was Teen Titans Go having another unhood that day.
And May did go great through in the middle of it, but some of the last days had, you guessed it, more drama from the fictional Googology community. I was getting really concerned for that community I'm still in, and the rest of the months. But June was actually the first good month of the year. What a relief. I swear if that month was bad, I would have already rated this year as worse than 2021. Anyways, this month did have many terrible days. But many days had a lot of fun. On the first day of the month, I celebrated Enno's 16th birthday. On the funny June 9th day, my summer break started. Father's Day was amazing, and the last few days of the month, I started sorting the list for my top 50 favorite Monster Cat songs. Moving on to July, I finished that video on the 14th day of the month. But on the 17th day, my server was ruined. Well, almost. And later on, Elon Musk literally changed Twitter's name to an X. That was definitely not a good month.
August, however, was a great month. Geometry Dash turned 10 years old. But the shocking part is that during the premiere that celebrated the 10th anniversary, the release date of the 2.2 update was announced to be October, even though Google removed Geometry Dash from the App Store before the deadline to release the update by the end of August. And even in October, 2.2 still wasn't out.
On the day after Geometry Dash's 10th anniversary, my current YouTube channel turned 3 years old, while NTS turned 11. Before that, I managed to watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It was phenomenal. Later on, I released a video of my top 50 favorite NCS songs, and I got to explore more EDM songs, starting off my list of my favorite EDM songs of all time. August was a slightly better month than June. I had high hopes for September, but it was bad, like the other 3 Septembers of the decade. At least not as bad as that of 2022.
So no day was ruined, all because of a huge drama in RDC 2023. Many people could have died there.
The best part of September, however, was that JWK Long got banned from the NL server. After that, the server started improving, and October was when this year was really redeeming itself. Geometry Dash 2.2 had its own trailer, but that was the day after the update got delayed. On November, I managed to finish off the video of my top 50 favorite EDM songs ever. I still have yet to hear more songs that may be considered my favorites though, with most of them being in 2023, and all the major bugs in 2.2 were finished, meaning it was almost ready for release. This month would have been good, but Thanksgiving break wasn't as good as I thought, because there was a major drama on Thanksgiving Day that I do not want to talk about. After the end of the month, December came, and oh man, that first day was just as bad as the first day of the year. Not only was it stressful, but Google enforced a policy removing YouTube accounts that had been inactive for 2 years with no videos. But the second day, it was the most eventful day of my life. Not the best of the month, but the most eventful. Mathis RV made an ultimate premiere day with 12 premieres. The penultimate episode of an Anime Insanity Invitational came out, and so much more. And then many of the next days were awful. Sure, GTA 6 got a trailer, but even that didn't save the trailer date.
This was all because the CJ Planets was about to leave the internet. He feels better now, which is a good thing, because we care about his mental health. But he is no longer making YouTube videos. And days later, when we were expecting 2.2 to release, I was starting to lose my sanity. RobTop never told us anything. We were losing hope for the entire update releasing this year. However, on December 19th, we finally got the update. This year was saved. I had an amazing 2023.
After 2.2 released, the rest of December went near perfect. After my winter break started, I went on an amazing vacation for a week, and the last day of the year was phenomenal. That month was definitely the best month of 2023. But still did not beat August 2020 as my favorite month of the decade, or even save this year from being bad. At least I didn't have another year that was worse than 2021. Overall, I was really concerned about how bad 2023 would be. And yes, the first half was terrible with a very bad start to the year. But the second half definitely improved the year, and this year had an amazing ending. Now, unlike 2023, I have high hopes for 2024. Although I don't want to get them up too high, as this month isn't going well for me so far, and right now I'm on my second semester. But it's my final semester of school. Also, I have a goal to be more productive this year. I would have called it a New Year's resolution, but honestly, I'm starting to feel like that term is overused because these resolutions don't always work. After all, they're just goals. Anyways, when I made a schedule and an announcement back in August 2018, I stuck to it for a year, while I did have to change it only once. So now, I'm going to announce a new schedule of content that I will work on for my YouTube channel, and hopefully I'll have at least that same commitment to it. Unlike the one from my first monthly announcement in March 2020. And no, the schedule won't have anything Scratch related. I will still try to make a Scratch project per few days for now. Anyways, let's get started. Mondays are when I will work on bypassing Googology's limit until there is nothing remaining. This is a series that is inspired on fictional Googology series by Mathis RV, N.O., Dodeca D, and more. Each segment could last on average 10 minutes to an hour. The first segment will reach limit of extending. The second segment reaches infinitum continuum. It could take over 10 segments to reach the end of numbers, even more than 30 to reach the true end of fictional Googology. I plan this series to have 50 or more segments, with one at least monthly. Next up, Tuesdays are when I will work on 0 to x_x. This is my secondary number goal project. There are 8 parts, with each lasting on average a few hours. This may contain fictional numbers from dozens of users. The 5th part will recap most of the numbers from infinitum continuum up to the end of my primary number goal project. Who knows what the last 3 parts will be? I plan on finishing the first part before the end of this year. On Wednesdays, I will also work on my primary number goal series, which is the same series as I do on Mondays. I will also work on my primary number goal series on Fridays. Now, you may be wondering, why nothing else on weekdays? Well, I want to fit in more of my days of school or college for my number goal series because I don't have as much free time on these days. But I usually have more free time on Friday to work on my primary number goal project besides weekends. And on Thursdays, it's the same number goal series that I do on Tuesdays. Speaking of weekends, on Saturdays, I will work on other projects. For example, e-factorials. I plan on finishing the series of my e-factorials for each effect that I haven't made a tutorial on before I graduate from school. I'm doing this so that my effects don't get changed, rematched, or whatever you call it. After that, I am most likely done with the logo editing community. And finally, on Sundays, I will work on EDM ranking videos. I can't guarantee you that I'll focus entirely on my schedule, because some days I could work on projects from a different day of my schedule while still working on one from the same day. But that's it for my schedule. Well, I wasn't expecting to plan a new schedule and an announcement about my thoughts on an entire year, but there you have it. We're already past 2023, and we're doing our best to make 2024 a good year. I hope your year has been good so far, or as good as it can be. This is JR Corporations signing off.